Hello guys, OMGGM here, and today we're gonna be taking a look on the list that I have prepared for the top 5 original games. And starting off our list, it's CSGO 1.6. CSGO 1.6 was released on 1999, and I put it on number 5 because it wasn't an original. It was like a shooting game, Medal of Honor and Call of Duty and all that were were first time CSGO, but CSGO was like the first game who put multiplayer on their game, and you couldn't scope, and the shooting was a little bit more realistic. There was the money mechanic and all that. It was robbers against the police, and yeah, that was CSGO 1.6 on number 5. And moving on number 4 is Just Cause, the first Just Cause game, which was released in 2006. Now Just Cause was original because the task, if you can call it a task of the game, was to destroy everything. No other game had that, and it was a good game. I haven't played it, but I have seen it. It is a good game, and yeah, I think that still, when I'm recording this video, no other game does it so good, so well, like Just Cause. And now there's Just Cause 3 and all that. And there was airdrops, like if you had enough money you can call a vehicle and all that. And yes, that is number 4 on our list. Now for the last 3, it was a tough choice to choose from, but I'm gonna choose first Tomb Raider. Now Tomb Raider, it was all of you know it, you know what it is, and especially if you are old enough. And when it was released in 1996, you have probably played it. Now Tomb Raider was original because you were going through dungeons, and Lara Croft was going through a lot of adventures and all that, and the parkour mechanics were good. It was also a 3D game with good graphics. In the time when it was released, it was 3D and third person, and yeah, this game, we all know it, and it's on our hearts. And yes, that was 3. Now going on number 2, it's Doom. Now Doom, we all know Doom as well. It was released on 1993. It was the first that's gonna sound funny. It was the first person shooter which was released, and you were killing monsters and all that. And it didn't have a multiplayer, but it was the first person, and it had a lot of guns and the basic switch mechanic. If you walk into one gun, then you get it. And it had a lot of Easter eggs. It was a pretty good game. and the series is so good that it still go on now, and it should go on because all Doom games are very good. And yes, that was Doom. And now, for the number one, I have chosen Battlefield 1942, which was released in 2002. Now, Battlefield 1942, you may haven't played it like Doom or Tomb Raider, but it was featuring multiplayer. It was and the players were a lot, and in that time and back then, the max limit was like 10 players or something, and Battlefield back then was like maybe the best game because of the massive players, a lot of vehicles, the shooting, and all that, the very good maps. It was first person as well, and it was put back in time. And there were aeroplanes and vehicles, as I mentioned. The game was very original, and the series is continue on. There are a lot of Battlefield games, and when the Battlefield was first released, the developers wanted to make a cops versus thieves game, but they didn't do it. I don't know why, because CSGO 1.6 was out or something. But Battlefield, because it didn't have the thieves and cops and all that. But now there is a Battlefield who has cops versus thieves with much multiplayer, not like in CSGO. And yes, that was the top one. I hope you enjoyed the video. Now, this is my personal opinion, and there might be more games, and I also wasn't featuring any games from films, because if I was, then I would go on for a long time. And yes, OMGGM here. Thank you for watching. Bye.